Welcome back. Everyone is excited to see Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And right now, there's no better place to watch it than at the Virginia Air and Space Center. Here to tell us what else is going on this holiday season is the Executive Director and CEO, Bob Griesmer. Bob, welcome to Coast Live.
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. I'm so excited to hear about what you have. And tell us what's new at the Virginia Air and Space Center.
Well, we're really actually going under a reasonable transformation in terms of emphasizing an environment that's family friendly. And so the Virginia Air and Space Center is a place where families can come during vacation times like are coming up for the Christmas holidays and the holidays. We have introduced the solarium, which is a room with laser projectors that brings you up close to the surface of the sun, and you can hear its heartbeat. This is thanks to the Goddard Space Center and all of the satellites that they have that protect our astronauts in the International Space Station, so that when solar flares come out and start to bombard the Earth, they can get into protective areas. So we're very excited about that.
Wow.
And Math Alive is a traveling exhibit that was developed by Raytheon, and it is without a doubt one of the best mathematics exhibits I've ever seen in my life. And the reason it's so good is it really engages kids with the kinds of things that they know best. Snowboarding, rock climbing, and all of the different things. It makes a connection between the mathematics and the things that they do in their daily lives. And that's that's what gets them curious about mathematics, and that's what helps them make it seem like it's relevant to their lives.
How does it do that, though? How does it incorporate the math into those activities?
Yes, well, so there are many, the whole room is filled, it's 5,000 square foot exhibit space.
Goodness.
So the relevancy of the connection between the geometry or what other aspects of math might play into the stress levels of sports.
I see.
And things like that they do is highlighted in this. And there's scientific principles and mathematics tied into every exhibit.
How fun! And I know that the Virginia Air and Space Center is also a leader for STEM education in Hampton Roads. First of all, for people who don't know, explain what STEM is and why this is so important.
Well, the STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And of course, Math Alive is one of those. But this is important because the careers of the future are going to be vested in the new technologies. And we believe that engaging young minds with their parents is one of the fundamental ways we get them to understand the relevancy. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist working at NASA. If you're going to work on a manufacturing assembly line, you're going to have to understand robotics. So the connection between their own futures and how they perceive themselves is an important part of what NASA has always been about.
Right.
And as the official NASA Visitor Center for NASA Langley, where all these great things happened in Hampton Roads, we're just pleased to really be moving forward with great haste to become the leading STEM provider in the Hampton Roads area.
That's great. As a meteorologist myself, I really appreciate that. And I know you also have an IMAX theater as well. You can see Rogue One and something else, right?
Well, yes, we have one of the most extraordinary films. It's not space related, but it's the national parks. They're celebrating their 100th anniversary this year. And NASA Langley is celebrating its 100th anniversary. Norfolk Naval Base is celebrating its 100th anniversary. And so in these films, we've got National Parks Adventure, one of the best, Beautiful Planet, and Search for Life in Space. And then, of course, as you mentioned, Rogue One. So we have sort of backed off on doing every film that's released in IMAX. And our strategy now is to, when a Mars exhibit or a Star Trek comes out, we'd like to be able to bring that to our audiences. So this Christmas week, this holiday weekend when the kids are out of school, Rogue One will be there. The traditional documentary films will be in the morning. The Solarium will be there. Math 1. It's a great way for mom maybe to, when grandma visits you from San Diego, kick them out of the house to get the things done you need to do and send them over to the Virginia Air and Space Center.
That's great. And I know you guys have an anniversary coming up as well in April. And finally, too, where can people go to get more information about the Virginia Air and Space Center and your holiday hours?
Yes. Well, I would suggest that for all of the details of times for films and programming, they should visit VASC.org and our website. Visit our website at www.vasc.org.
Perfect. Well, thank you for that information. I really love everything about air and space myself, so I'm going to have to go and check it out.
Well, please
Yeah.
do, and
Thank
we
you.
invite all of your listeners. If you haven't experienced the Virginia Air and Space Center, or if you have in the past and thought that there wasn't any reason to
Okay.
come back, give us a second look.
Will do. Thank you.